Welcome to the bold analysis. For the 2 days, Rigathi Gachagua was in Meru for the coffee conference. He held interview with the Meru TV and radio stations, and the interview was supposed to capture issues on the coffee and a bit of the Mount Kenya. But something keeps on coming, that whenever journalists get audience with Rigathi Gachagua, the truthful man will always find himself struggling to answer questions about his constant attacks on Kenyatta family, on Uhuru Kenyatta and Kenyatta family. He'll always find himself in that. And I'm even wondering whether Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's handlers are normally concerned, whether they normally have a brief before Rigathi Gachagua is engaging journalists. This question, for quite so long now, even 8 months after taking power, Rigathi Gachagua is still struggling to explain why exactly he continues to demonize Uhuru Kenyatta and Kenyatta family, even though on the other side we believe that election is behind us. And I want to play for you this soundbite because honestly, he did not expect that this question will come his way.
Vile unavyo drive hii point, ina feel ni kama bado you still bitter about the Kenyatta family. Kama anajaribu kurecord, you're still bitter about familia ya Kenyatta, you're still bitter about Raila Odinga. Wewe bado uko na hasira na wale watu ambao mlikuwa mnashindana nao katika uchaguzi wa
gani. Kuongea ukweli ni hasira. Sasa wewe umeniuliza mambo ya Maumau, si lazima nikuambie pahali shida iko. Mimi sijui kama hao ndio walichukua hadi unajua ni nani. Wewe ndio unasema, sio mimi nasema. So wacha nikwambie, kuongea ukweli sio hasira. Unajua hapo ndio watu waelewe mimi ni mtu wa kusema ukweli. I'm a truthful man. People mistake truth with bitterness. Mimi nikikwambia tulikuta nchi imefilisika, that is not bitterness, it's the truth. Nikikwambia huyo mzee unasema anaongea mambo ya Maumau at service number hajui, that is not bitterness, it's just the truth. People mistake truth with the bitterness.
How about
sisi tumetoka maombi pale,
wewe ndio kwa serikali, kwa sababu ndio kwa serikali uharakishe hii maneno badala ya kuwataja
kila. Nyinyi ndio mmeuliza, kama hamungeuliza singeongea juu yake. Mimi koja nilikuwa nimekuja tuongee mambo ya uchumi na kahawa. Naam. Sasa mmeleta mambo ya Maumau. Naam. Sasa mnataka ninyamaze, si lazima nijibu nyinyi. So kama hamtaki tuongee hiyo topic, wajua muache kuuliza. Tupe way forward badala ya kuturudisha pia tena nyuma kwa wale watu ambao hawajui mambo ya Maumau. Kuulize ukienda kwa daktari, tuambie huyu field marshal atasaidika namna gani kupata shamba. Kuna shamba la serikali mahali, ama labda kama wale ambao unasema walichukua haya mashamba, kuna kitu kwa serikali inaitwa kuchukua kwa lazima, compulsory acquisition. Serikali inaweza chukua ikapatia hawa watu mashamba kwa sababu wako wanajulikana, familia zao wanaishi in abject poverty. Mimi nakwambia, ukienda kwa daktari ukiwa mgonjwa, ndio daktari ya kutibu lazima kwanza adiagnose what is ailing you.
Now, that journalist is asking a logic question, and it is something that I think even Kenyans have been talking. One thing with those with the question is asking the question on behalf of Kenyans, because Kenyans have been trying to find out why exactly are we not focusing in the future. The president, the last roundtable interview by President William Ruto, he said he doesn't want to blame the previous administration and he wants to focus on what is ahead of him. But for quite so long, his deputy has stuck and is not changing the tone in terms of what Uhuru got wrong or got right. And even when you follow the conference in Meru, you'll realize that the whole discussion was about the milkman. That's Uhuru Kenyatta. It was about trying to find a way you can implicate Uhuru Kenyatta in the whole thing. And with more time, as a political observer, as a political analyst, I've actually been thinking through that. How sustainable is this going to, how is it going to help him? And number two, whether this has a long-term effect on his politics, because Kenyans, even if Kenyans are hateful, you can't hate someone forever. You know, who is not the first former president? We had Moi Kibaki, we had, so at some point, whether you still want Kenyans, you want to carry that, your anger with Uhuru Kenyatta, you want to carry Kenyans with it throughout, you will find out that maybe you are in that alone. Because, you know, even if you want to tell us the Uhuru affected the economy, are you going to tell us that after 7 years, after 3 years, after 2 years? Will we still listen to that crap? We'll tell you, bro, you need to move on. Even us, you're still struggling. If you're struggling with government, even people are struggling with their bills. So for how long you cannot complain? And then, this is why I want to answer the question. Today I want to just answer that simple question on why Rigathi Gachagua cannot stop and will not stop going after Kenyatta family and Uhuru Kenyatta. Those who are expecting, like me, that one day that trend will end, you are in for still more heartbreaks, because I don't think the truthful man is going to drop that line, at least not now, until they will fall out with William Ruto, so that William Ruto becomes the next target, or I supported him and I've refused to support me, or we did this, we sacrificed Uhuru Kenyatta to support him. That's what can change that narrative. But so long as Rigathi Gachagua is still the deputy president and is still next to William Ruto, it's not, because of these three reasons. Before we look at those reasons, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel, and thank you very much. As we celebrate 50,000 subscribers, I want to continue thanking you for those who have been supporting our charity projects. We've done 4. I think Sarah, 1.4 million last year in August. A very big success. And we're in a position to release her from hospital. Then we did one for my camera, 100,000, a big success. Then we did the gentleman in April. That is the gentleman buying bicycle, releasing the wife in the hospital, and the piki, close to more than 20. I can thank you. Then we did Mzee Ruben just recently, and the surgery was successful. I'm just so grateful. As we celebrate 50 subscribers, I'm just taking this week to celebrate you as a subscriber, that beyond politics, we've always served the community. Asanteni sana. And because of that, on 26th, I'm planning a children's home visit, and we'll give you more details about it. I want us to go and just thanking people for what we've done. We're under the Bold Charity Network. Now, the guy will not stop. I want to tell you why he will not stop, because he wants to be the Mount Kenya kingpin. He will not stop. I'm telling you that for free. He will not stop because he wants to be the Mount Kenya kingpin. And he believes that that position Uhuru Kenyatta is still holding. I'm telling you, you can always look at it differently. But what Rigathi Gachagua believes is the current kingpin of Mount Kenya is Uhuru Kenyatta. And if you want to be the kingpin, then you must make sure you're done with him. You must continue suppressing him. And you know, the truth here is Uhuru Kenyatta had a national profile. He was our president. He was our president for 10 years. So it's not a pushover. This is a force to reckon with. And because of the bid to be the kingpinship, he has opted. I wish he would have taken the coffee tea route without being confrontational, so that he would actually project himself. He was trying to use another shadow instead of going the confrontation with Uhuru Kenyatta. Because when you go confrontation, Uhuru Kenyatta might attempt to fight back. And in fighting back, you lose the battle. So if he would have used his own means, is it? But it's because of the kingpinship. Number 2, Rigathi Gachagua thinks and believes that William Ruto harbors grudges with Uhuru Kenyatta. Where William Ruto is seated, William Ruto has been in this politics for quite so long. He knows very well that if Uhuru Kenyatta was a bad person, Uhuru Kenyatta would have ensured that William Ruto is not the president. But because he's a gentleman and he gave that peaceful transition, truth be told, if Ruto was in the shoes of Uhuru Kenyatta, I'm telling you, we would have done it differently. It would have been a different story. In 2007, Raila was willing, I want to go. But the hardliners, one of them was William Ruto. And so, Rigathi thinks that Ruto still harbors those grudges. Ruto knows very well that the politics is about interest. That's number one. Ruto knows very well that the fallout with Uhuru Kenyatta was a blessing in disguise because he would be in a position to draw some sympathy and campaign on that platform. He knows that. So the reason why he's still continuing with that is because he still thinks that Ruto is harboring those grudges. Ruto does not harbor any grudge with Uhuru Kenyatta as we speak. If anything, he's the president now. So he can do anything, he can access anything. He is the president. Lastly, Kenyatta family is the powerhouse of Mount Kenya politics, is the fulcrum Mount Kenya politics, and he wants to create another center of influence. He wants the Kenyatta family not to be interested in the politics of the country, because when they're still interested in the politics of the country, they're the ones that can change the tide in Mount Kenya. And that's my take on why Rigathi will not stop on Uhuru Kenyatta runs. That's my take. And a big success to my team, Inter Milan. I was an Arsenal fan, so how would I want Man City to win? Tuonane baadaye.